Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Fartboy. Once again, thank you for your support, okay? Big up the CoinsKid crew. Thank you for all my birthday wishes yesterday. Really nice. I just took a day off with the family right there, just chilling. But yeah, thank you for all them really nice birthday messages. So what Fartboy's doing right now, basically it got listed on an exchange yesterday, Blowfin. Typically when it does get listed on exchange, we do see some kind of selling kick in, which is what we're seeing. But, what we've done, we've smashed into the 200 million market cap as well. And we are beginning to see a little bit of resistance at that particular level. And right now, the structure that I'm seeing for Fartboy is corrective structure. So I'll go through that with you in the charts in a moment. But one of the most exciting things for me in this space right now for Fartboy is the fact that it ticks a lot of these boxes with the organic meme coins, basically over corporate meme coins. So we've got the gradual growth, okay, we've got the gradual CX listing. For example, we've not got hundreds and all the exchanges listing the coin on day one, which is amazing. So we're getting that gradual CX listing. We've got the cultural memes of history, obviously Fartboy the comics right there, and we've got in the trenches is the origins. We dragged it from in the trenches where no one wanted to know about it, okay? And most importantly, obviously, is organic volume, which is what we're seeing. So it's doing really, really well, and it's just crawling along the way we want it to crawl along, basically. But we will run into resistance. There will be brick walls of resistance, okay? That potentially we start to see people psychologically taking profit at. It's normal. This is normal, typical market behavior. But what I'm seeing at the moment is a massive amount of support. There's a buying pressure right there for Fartboy. So we'll look into the charts in a moment, but I do think there's a massive move here in this crypto market where we've not necessarily had the mania phase in this particular cycle, and I think possibly over the next few months there it's coming, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, there's a couple of charts that I want to show you, and I did tweet this out to the CoinsKid crew yesterday. It's got me really, really excited for the future of Fartboy over the next couple of months. Let me show you, okay? So if you're not following me on Twitter, definitely get involved in Twitter, and equally get involved in the Fartboy Discord community right there. It's blowing up. It's an amazing community. So the Bitcoin bull run top is not in. I did tweet this out yesterday. The reason I'm buying on dips. Okay, so basically we've got a couple of charts that I want to show you. We've got the Bitcoin cycles. That in this 2013 top, look at that, beautiful. 2017 top, beautiful. 2021 top, beautiful. We've not necessarily entered the bonanza zone, okay, where all the verticalness comes, and obviously altcoins go absolutely berserk, and we see the big waterfall in the Bitcoin dominance. So I think that this is potentially what's in front of us over the next few months, leading towards the end of the year right here. We've got this huge big vertical here, not necessarily a massive appreciation in Bitcoin within itself, but we've got this end phase that we've not necessarily printed in the charts right now. So we had the boring zone last year. We're basically consolidating on the previous all-time high, came back in that big horrible boring correction in the summer, then we bolted and we've come out the traps, and right now just in Bitcoin especially is consolidating a range, looking for the next leg up here, which is basically where it was there, okay? And with that we would expect to see the waterfall in the Bitcoin dominance, and then the big appreciation comes in your micro caps, your low caps, your meme coins, because they're so low in market capitalization that they're a lot easier to move. Really is that simple, okay? So equally, there's another chart I want to show you. So this particular chart is related to time. You can clearly see we push through, and then we begin the parabolic stage here. For Bitcoin in 2021 right there, we came back up, towards the end of the year, which we do typically do in every single cycle. So we come up, come down, and then towards the end of the year right there. So there's a chance right now that it would come up into the spring. Fartboy absolutely takes off. Then we have a massive correction, big macro correction, and then it goes again towards the end of the year. And that's basically a two-part impulse at this point where, there's confluence for those people that follow the XRP videos. I've shown you, I think there's confluence in the data points right there, that we come up, we have the correction, we go sideways, then we come back towards Q4 right here for Bitcoin and obviously XRP, and we have that big sort of mania phase basically going forward. So this is where all the great appreciation in micro caps, your low caps, your meme coins, they absolutely take off, and everyone's scratching their head why, but it's just the end phase of the cycle. This is what we see. So basically everything follows Bitcoin, and like I've taught you, Bitcoin's boss, Bitcoin's king. I do cover Bitcoin for the health of the market, and at the moment I think Bitcoin's looking pretty healthy, to be honest with you, until it's not. And obviously the minute it's not, then obviously we've got to flip bear, the market's over, and that's it. We respect Bitcoin because it front runs everything. But the minute I think Bitcoin's just doing what it's done every single cycle, it's come up, going sideways, consolidating the range, looking for another leg up into the spring basically, which is what we've seen every single cycle. So equally there's a Bitcoin dominance chart which is not triggered. In every single cycle we've seen something in the Bitcoin dominance that says, okay, that's it, the cycle's over, get out. And I'll show you exactly what that is right now in the Bitcoin dominance, okay? So take a look at the Bitcoin dominance on a weekly time frame. What we've not seen in this cycle, which is what we saw here, is a loss of the 20-week EMA and just a waterfall down, okay, below the CoinsKid ribbon right there, and we've seen it there, and we've not seen it here. So I think in time, if we do begin to see something like that, like a red dot and trend below the ribbon, turn to resistance, boom, your waterfall, that is what I'm looking for, to increase probability. Okay, that's it, guys. take your profit, run for the hills. We've got the waterfall, which is what we see at the end of every single bull market and every single Bitcoin cycle. We see the drop in the dominance, and obviously, most importantly, when we're seeing that drop in the dominance, we're seeing the Bitcoin price trend up, basically. So this is why at the moment, given the structure I'm looking at, I do actually think that this is in the realms of possibility that we will see Bitcoin break out and continue, but we will see a drop in the dominance at some point. If we do start to see that, then we are gearing up for the end of the phase right there, okay, which is what happened in that cycle. The dominance is waterfalling and Bitcoin's trending up. The dominance is waterfalling and Bitcoin's still trending up. And right now we've just not seen it. We've seen a little blip just there in October, November last year where we dropped a little bit and Bitcoin popped. But I think this is just a stall basically before continuation. At that point, if Bitcoin continues to break up to the upside, this is where the dominance should begin to fall. So if we do start to see something like that, then whenever it is in time, whether that's a couple of months or later in the year, then we are pushing towards the end of the cycle, because that was the end of the cycle there, right in that trend line, and that was the end of that impulse there, right in that trend line. So the dominance is really, really important. Not a lot of people look at this, but I look at this as a confluence to my analysis of where things are going to go up or down. For example, I know this is a Fartboy video, I do apologize, but if we take a look at this particular channel just there, it's a bearish rising channel, and we've been trading this. So right on the tippy top just there, we started to drop, but this purple line is XRP. This was a part of the confluence that this would drop and this will pop, and it did. It was beautiful. It was XRP. It had a major breakout, and I was looking at this last October and November with yourselves as confidence analysis. Okay, when this drops, we will see a major move up in XRP and a lot of these altcoins, and we got exactly that. So what we want to see is this roll over, do something like that, and then we're going to get a major continuation in the altcoins. Really simple, okay? So I'll keep you updated as best I can on dominance. Come to the charts. The ticker is BTC.D. Keep an eye on that, because if it starts to break down, loses structure, prints the red sell dot just there like it did in that cycle, leading to the 2021 top right there for Bitcoin. If it starts to do that, okay, you've not got that much time in front of you to make money and get out of the market, basically, and I'll try and relay that opportunity to you, the tippy top for Bitcoin. So going forward, that's just a little bit of confidence right now, a little bit of data that I'm looking at to say, okay, well, the top's not in this cycle, and over the next few months lean towards this year, which is where I do think Bitcoin enters a bear market. There's an opportunity in this market, and I think potentially Fartboy could be that, because it's a low micro cap meme coin that's come from the trenches, and it's got a massive community that is growing day by day. Let's take a look at the Fartboy chart right now and see what we can see, okay? So looking at Fartboy on a 4-hourly time frame, it's doing incredibly well, isn't it? Look, trending above the ribbon, holding a 20 EMA and the 4-hour ribbon like an absolute boss at the moment. Okay, so we've got a 5-day time frame. We've got enough data, not that much data on the 5-day, to be honest with you. So always flip through your time frames. We've got 3-day. The daily is a very important time frame at the moment, holding a 20 EMA like a boss. That's doing really well, and obviously the 8-hour as well, still holding the ribbon. We found a little bit of support on the top of the ribbon right there. So we're doing really, really well here for Fartboy. So there's equally something else for Fartboy, and obviously not necessarily just for Fartboy, but something we see in this market. So I'm going to make a checklist on CoinsKid.com. I go away on holiday today for a week, but I will try and get that checklist made on what we need to see in the charts, in structural data within the charts within themselves, the waves and things like that, and obviously the data points that create yourselves that increase probability. Okay, we've entered that bear market. So I don't see those data points stacking up at the moment, but one of the key things that we look at, me personally, to the end of every single cycle is really simple. It's the Bitcoin chart in combination with another chart. So we see the Bitcoin chart coming up like this, going vertical, then at the end of the cycle it pulls down like this. It has a big sharp correction. It's called an A wave, and then it retraces in a B wave, which makes the lower high to the top in Bitcoin. It's at this point here we see a massive move in Total 2, which is a chart which is basically all the cryptocurrency market cap excluding Bitcoin. So it's part of the dominance, but basically what it is, if we see this in Total 2, and we've not seen it yet in this cycle, which is confidence my analysis, okay, the cycle tops not necessarily in, because we've not seen this behavior basically in the market. So we have the Total 2 come up as well, and at the same point as Bitcoin, it rolls over and it creates the 8 wave. But in the retracement, it actually breaks out, okay, where the B wave for Bitcoin doesn't. So then Bitcoin rolls into the C wave, alts go berserk, and then it rolls into the C wave. And this C wave's nastier in altcoins, because obviously the lower market capitalization, they're easier to pump and they're easier to dump. Really, really simple, okay? And that's it. It's just, market psychology. That's the behavior we've not seen that is, increased probability the top's in, where Bitcoin rallies, puts in its top, A wave drop, B wave lower high, Total 2, which is the entire cryptocurrency market cap excluding Bitcoin, rallies at the same point, enters that A wave down, comes up, makes the higher high to Bitcoin's lower high. We've not seen it, okay? And this is typical top cycle behavior in this particular market, and we've not seen it in this cycle. So that equally is one of the confluencing factors, and it will be in the list on the checklist. So I hope you understand what I'm saying now. I will try and make a more detailed video showing the charts with themselves, but I don't want to make this video too long. So at the minute, basically, we're doing really well here. I'm going to say Cardano, I do apologize. Fartboy is doing really well. It's trending up. It's got a massive community behind it. Slow CX listing, organic meme coin growth. It ticks all the boxes for me. So going forward, I don't think the market cycle tops in. So with that, then you would expect Fartboy to continue doing really well. But obviously, it's going to run into a brick wall. It's going to have corrections. It's going to pull back. This is what it does. 90% pull back there, 85% pull back there. I'm not saying it's not going to pull back or whatever, but this is, this is the market. Welcome to the market. It's going to be a long, hard road to get to these psychological levels that are targets above, but they are levels that I've seen many other meme coins do in these cycles. So I'm not saying that Fartboy is 100% going to do it, but I just think there is a chance that it could potentially do it. So what we've got here for Fartboy, really simple. It's whack slam bang into the 200 million market cap. Look at that. Wow, look at that. $200 million market cap, and right now it's pulling back like this. Impossible ABC corrective behavior, coming back, looking for support to eventually turn around and continue with, obviously, the confluence of the fact that the top's not in. We should be looking at this point when it comes up and we start to see those top signals in the Bitcoin chart, in the data, in the drop in the dominance right there. If we're up here somewhere or wherever we are in time, then the top's in basically, and we just don't see that yet. And this is why, without any bias, I just think there's a chance there for Fartboy to do really, really well for us in this particular market. But again, nothing I say is financial advice. Everything is for educational and entertainment purposes only, but I wish you utmost luck going forward. I do go away for a week today. I'll keep you updated as best I can. It's easy for me to post in real time in the Discord and obviously on Twitter as well. So do get involved in those particular communities. If you are looking to buy Fartboy on spot, you can get involved on Blowfin, an amazing exchange right there, non-KYC as well, so you can use it in restricted countries. Take care everyone. Back to an update on Fartboy. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.